Small and simple things, my heart rejoices in the bounty set before me, and my grateful spirit sings each rising sun tells of thy goodness. The rain proclaims thee in the life it brings. All creation bears the sure and silent witness, and my grateful spirit sings. The stars are crowned, the rocks of space declares image of thy grace. The rolling seas, the earth and sky declare the power, the majesty and might. I see thy hand, immense compassion, the word, the font of kindness whence it springs. Thy boundless charity has wrought my soul's salvation, and my grateful spirit for changeless love and endless mercy, for countless blessings beyond the will of peace, for every perfect gift thou sendest, Lord, I praise thee, and my grateful spirit sings.
This year's RISE theme is Invention and Innovation for the People.
I am Edmund John Aparicio,
And I am Ria Mikati, and we are your...
Masters of Ceremonies. This is very much awkward. I'm sorry for that. Good morning, Ria. I'll hand the microphone to you.
Alright, good morning, Ednon. Anyway, ako sa pangutanon si Ednon. Okay, Ednon, kay invention contest man eh. If you will invent something, what would it be and why? More siyang pageant, di ba?
I never thought I'd be asked that question. Well, if I were, or if I am an inventor, I would invent something that is going to be useful for everybody. I think I would invent tempermometer. That's tempermometer. Because I want to know if somebody is agitated, somebody is excited, so that I'll be able to respond to the person correctly. Kasi kadalasan, ito yung dahilan ng mga away-away. We do not know how to respond with each other's
Participation to this year's Regional Invention Competition and Exhibit. This is done every 2 years so that our entries, winning entries this year will be able to participate in the National Invention and Competition Exhibit in Manila and to vie for the awards there. So why do we celebrate or why do we conduct invention contest every year? What is the usefulness of this activity? if we walk back throughout our civilization, I think it's not possible to have what we have now or what we are enjoying now without inventions and technologies. You just look at the simple inventions, like for example, the wheel, which really revolutionized our agriculture and technology. So with that, there are so many other inventions, innovations, and technologies that came. For example, even with that simple wheel, we now have our system of transport. We can also draw water from the well. Before, it was really very difficult. So when they invented the water wheel, they were able to bring the water from the well into their houses. During our present times, of course, we have cutting-edge technologies. We started with simple radio. This also started because of the other inventions and technologies that were there as basis for all these inventions. So we have now computers, we have cell phones, and what we have. But our inventors, are we really benefiting from the inventions that we have? From those from Caraga, are you benefiting from the inventions that you have? Maybe we can name a few who have made money out of their inventions. It's probably because we are not aware of the intellectual property rights. This will safeguard us from others from using our technology. For example, Thomas Edison. He is a well-known inventor, but he have around, I think, 1,000 patents. But these other patents are not his. He's not the original originator, but he's one of the overrated inventors because he is a media man. He is a favorite of the media. That's why medyo sikat siya. Pero yung iba, na although meron silang mga invention, pero hindi naman napopublicize sa media, and hindi rin sila kumita. And yung iba naman, hindi aware na merong IPR. Yung ibang aware ng IPR, ayaw naman na kukuha ng IPR kasi during the process daw ng pagkukuha ng IPR, mananakaw yung kanilang invention or yung kanilang idea. But don't you know that meron tayo sa IPR, isang klase ng IPR, yung trade secret. So, isa yun sa ating mga IPR. So anyway, that's not the topic of today, pero na-mention ko lang, kasi this afternoon, we'll have another activity which is the pitching competition to help our inventors or would-be or the potential investors to sell their idea. So you're just simply given 3 minutes. Kung marunong ba kayo mag-sell ng inyong idea to those who are potential investors. So that's part of our activity today. So this morning we'll have a judging of the different entries from our industrial designs, utility models, at saka iba pa. There are 6 different areas kasama dito sa ating contest, including the investigatory projects or yung SIBUL ng ating mga students. I think we have around 50 plus entries. Ilan ba ang SIBUL? I think 54 entries in all for this year's RISE contest. So, gusto ko lang mapasalamatan at i-acknowledge bago ako mag-end ng aking welcome address this morning, yung dumalo sa ating Regional Invention and Competition Exhibit. Of course, sa ating harapan, nandito ang ating resource provider from Technology Application and Promotion Institute. Hindi lang sa RISE, kundi kasama na sa RSTW. Andito ang ating Director Edgar Garcia. Nandito rin ang ating Division Chief ng Tapi, we fondly call as Attorney Marion, but she's Attorney Marion Ivy Decina. And we are also very happy na nandito ang ating direktor ng FPRDI, Forest Products Research and Development Institute, Director Romulo P. Anggangan. And then, nandito rin ang isang funding agency ng DOST, ating Deputy Executive Director, at Engineer Raul Sabularse. Kasama din natin si Ma'am Maria Corazon Dichosa of DTI BOI PPD. And then kasama po natin si Dr. Romualdo Martinez ng DA PhilMec.
Good morning. The Regional Invention Contest and Exhibits is a nationwide activity. It is conducted in different regions to recognize the indispensability of Filipino inventors in the Philippine society and in the landscape of national economic development. The Invention Contest aims to encourage our inventors and innovators, especially in Caraga, to showcase their talent and share their talent so that we may help develop our country. This Regional Invention Contest serves as a qualifying round for the National Invention Contest as provided by Section 4 of Republic Act 7459 or the Inventors and Invention Incentives Act of the Philippines. In our contest, we have several categories. The first category is the invention category. When you say invention as provided by our law, it refers to technical solution of a problem in any field of human activity which is new, involves an inventive step, and is industrially applicable. To qualify for this category, you must have it must be covered by an invention patent still in force. When we receive the entry, a lot of some contestant will say, we want our entry to be at the invention category. We cannot be included in this category if you don't have a patent covered by invention patent still in force. The next category is utility model category. In our law also, when you say the utility model, it refers to technical solution of a problem in any field of human activity which is new and industrially applicable. And of course, to qualify for the utility model, it must be covered by utility model registration with a valid registrability report from the IPO Philippines. Our next category is the industrial design category. When you say industrial design, it is defined refers to composition of lines or colors of any three-dimensional form, whether or not associated with lines and colors, provided that such composition or form gives a special appearance to and can serve as a pattern for an industrial product. And also, for this category, it shall be covered by industrial design registration with valid registrability report. But how about those inventions and innovations that are not yet patented, So, our next category is the creative research category. Mao ni siya ang isa sa pinakamaraming entry natin, sa creative research category. It refers to patent pending inventions, registration pending utility models, and industrial designs and research result not yet applied for patent, utility model, and industrial design. And of course, kini siya mo ni ato ang future, no? Mo ni atong future, kay sa future mo na ni sila ang naa sa invention, utility model, industrial design, or maybe creative research. Our student creative research for college and high school. So, diri na pito siya nga side. No? Pinakadaghan nga interest refers to new and innovative projects, models developed by college and high school students. I have also to mention to you the guidelines, although we've given you the copy of the 2017 Regional Invention Contest rules and criteria, but I have to emphasize some guidelines. First, that the final judging will be held at the contest site. So, dining area will be the final judging, no? In order to qualify a winner, kayo sahay, isa ra ka buok ang entry, no? In order to qualify the winner, you must get a minimum score of 80%. No? 80%. And of course, the decision of the Board of Judges shall be final and unappealable. It is also stated in our guidelines that the scorecards or rating sheets are considered personal notes of the judges and are not for public scrutiny, and any part of it shall not be given to any contestant or requesting party. And the contestants, of course, isubmit ninyo, under duly designated representatives shall agree to the immunity of the members of the Board of Judges, DOST and their employees from any legal suit that may arise from or relative to the conduct and results of the contest by signing the corresponding waiver form. So all of you have submitted also your waiver form. And of course, if there's a contest, there are prizes, no? There are prizes. TAPI will give you a lot of prizes. DOST po, kunyang hapon, naapoy prizes, no? Of course, ang mas importante, the prestige that you win. And even joining, no, will give you prestige. There will be 3 regional winners that will be selected per category. In case of tie, the Board of Judges shall break the tie. So hopefully, ato mga judge, before they will go home, they have to make sure that there will be no tie. Because the ties must be broken and declare only 3 regional winners. The first prize regional winner on each category shall be automatically be our national qualifier next year, 2018. So, maadto sa Manila, daghan na nagadaog. In fact, nanatay na second prize sa National Invention Contest. So, hopefully this year or by 2018 kita maoy first prize.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Our keynote speaker of today's activity is Engineer Edgar I. Garcia, the Director of the Technology Application and Promotion Institute of the Department of Science and Technology, CAPI DOST.
With you here today, and I saw a lot of chemical engineers, mga kompanyeros. Kumbaga sa mga attorney, kompanyero, di ba? Attorney Martin. So, Diding is also a chemical engineer by profession. So that's why I know him. Particularly, Ma'am Piebes, Sir Pina. We conducted here our last, I think that was in Butuan, the National Invention. At that time with Secretary de la Peña. You were the host then at that time well, at any rate, first of all, let me congratulate DOST Caraga for successfully conducting this Regional Invention Contest in the region for 2017. Let's give a round of applause. A pleasant good morning to everyone, to Director Malyonga, to our hardworking staff of the DOST Caraga, to our guests, I don't have to mention each and every one, but I would just like to emphasize and my full acknowledgement to the full force of the screening committee of RA 7459 because they chose this particular regional invention contest as their venue for monitoring and for conducting also their special activities here. Allow me to introduce it to you one by one for you to be aware that they are the ones that you can possibly complain. Sila po ang gumawa ng rules, sila po ang nag-a-adjust ng mga prices, TAPI lang po ang nag-i-implement. First of all, let me acknowledge the chair of the screening committee of RA 7459 for the benefit of everyone. RA Republic Act 7459 is an act providing incentives for inventors and any innovation-related activities. It's actually the law that gives the full mandate of TAPI to provide such kind of activities like this. The chair of the current screening committee, headed by Dr. Romulo Agangan. Okay. The vice chair is Engineer Raul Sabularse. The different members are Manuel Dono of the Philippine Inventors Inc., Popoy Pagayon, which is represented here by Inventor Lakay Gonzalo. Okay. From the BOI, the Executive Director Maria Corazon de Chosa, represented here by Engineer Raymond Macaranas. Kindly, is it si Raymond? Okay. Is it from BOI? PhilMex pala, no? Si Director Maria Corazon de Chosa. John Recto ang nire-represent. Sorry ha, kasi medyo magulito ano. Okay, sorry. Dito John Recto. Okay, understand? Okay. I think we have, did I miss someone? Meron pang isa hindi nakarating executive director sa CNR. By the way, by the law, it is composed of different agencies and inventors. So, meaning to say that the policies, the laws governing the implementations of the different activities, particularly those that we are conducting on TAPI. By the way, the Inventors Assistance Program, I will just deviate a little from my prepared speech for the benefit of our participants here. Most of you are actually the participants of this particular contest. The steering committee is actually in charge of implementing specifically, I repeat, all the provisions that were stated under Republic Act 7459. Some of the programs of assistance of TAPI is not part of RA 7459. I would just like to emphasize that. And that is our own assistance as far as TAPI is concerned, our own assistance to facilitate the commercialization of invention. The RA 7459 is for the full commercialization of invention. Ito po yung full commercialization of invention. Kaya po meron pong special fund under IGF, Inventors Guarantee Fund, which is intended for the full commercialization of invention. The mini support funds that we provide, I repeat, the minimal assistance for the pre-commercialization is part of TAPI fund, not under the law. No, that is part of our assistance. So, yun po ang pagkakaiba ng RA 7459. We seek the assistance or we seek the approval of the screening committee as far as the Republic Act is concerned. But the program of assistance of TAPI will be dealt by the TAPI Executive Committee. Ito po yung delineation namin ng responsibilities. Well, at any rate, I was tasked here to inspire some of our participants. Particularly, I would just like to emphasize my speech for our budding inventors and innovators. gusto ko pong ibigyan ng emphasis kasi po dito po nakasalalay sa mga bagong henerasyon natin ang ikadidevelop po ng ating bansa. Hindi na po kaming mga matatanda. Actually, yung mga kabataan po ang ini-encourage namin na mag-participate sa ganitong klase ng invention and innovation contests. Why is it that it is emphasized on this particular context? Ano po ang maitutulong ng ating mga kabataan pagdating po sa ikauunlad ng ating bayan? Ako po'y teacher. At kada po ako magsasalita sa harap ng estudyante ko, particularly those students enrolled in SUCs, state universities and colleges. All of you who are enrolled in government institutions are called scholar ng bayan. Tandaan po natin yan. Lahat po kayong naka-enroll sa SUCs ay tinatawag kong scholar ng bayan at meron po kayong obligasyon bilang scholar ng bayan na tumulong sa ating bansa. If I'm going to ask each one of you, particularly most of my students, because I'm teaching research and I'm very particular with the kind of intellectual property that they generate. Most of my thesis students are not fully aware of the IPs. But when I started handling research in one SUCs, because I teach also in one of the SUCs in Metro Manila, I don't have to divulge where. But when I ask them, after writing their thesis, are you sure that it is your own idea? Is it your own innovation? O copy and paste lang yan? So let's try. Okay, the first thing that I did to my research students are, okay, yung thesis ninyo, after you finish your experiment, IP protect ko siya in the form of copyright. No? Then luckily, I asked them to submit to TAPI because we provide assistance. I promote this particular filing of IP to TAPI. TAPI provides support funds for the IP protection. So from this copyrighted thesis, it turned out of 200 plus that were submitted to TAPI, you will not believe we were able to generate 26 utility models. And that's good enough. Because you will note kung thousands pa yan, baka thousands din yung ating maging IP, no? So you will note that from the copyrighted, the students are very happy because they have their own utility model na when they graduated. So what is the significance of this? It means to say that they have the potentials of creating technology-based innovations that may be contributing to some of the improvements of the business processing or business that were being used by common businessmen. You know, the Philippines is measured in terms of competitiveness, in terms of their successes, in terms of improving their economy by one particular metrics that I know. This is the Global Competitive Index. And out of the 12 pillars of the 12 Global Competitive Index is Global Innovation Index. Isa po ito sa 12 pillars. And sa 12 pillars po, isa po ang innovation. Pero under innovation, there are 5 pillars and grouped into 2. One is tech readiness and technology outputs. The other one is creative outputs, where IP filing is actually concentrated sa creative output. Yung sa technology output, that is where R&D, business sophistication, etc. Those were actually part of the innovation index. Pero dito po sa IP filing, I got this particular information from the IPO field. You may search this in the internet. That's what I did early this morning to just give meat to the prepared stuff of my speech here for today. So yung IP filing po na sinasabi ko, ay yun po yung contribution ng bawat isa sa inyo under creative research. Take note that the category under creative research assumes that you have not yet gotten your IP. It is either still being filed, nakapile na pero hindi pa lumalabas, o hindi niyo pa pina-file. That's the point. And that's the reason why andito po yung mga staff ko, automatic, yung mga nasa creative research, we will be giving you forms already for you to file your IP. Because after exposing your research today, may countdown po kayo. 1 year na lang po ang buhay ninyo para masarili ninyo yan. Pag hindi nyo final yan, pag-aari na po yan after 1 year ng iba. So you get the point? What you showed here publicly, if you are not IP protected, you are barely having 1 year to file. Kaya ngayon pa lang, umpisahan na natin, bibigyan na namin kayo ng form. Wala naman po kayong gastos. Siguro ang magiging gastos ninyo kung hindi nyo dala yung mga publications, yung mga research material nyo ngayon, i-mail ninyo. Pero kung nandito na po, ibigay na po ninyo sa staff ng TAPI para po natin lahat. Yung inyong ma-file na po namin ang inyong IP protection. Now, to inspire you more, after entering to this regional invention contest, nabanggit po ni Engineer Diding, yung tungkol po doon sa mga programs of assistance ng TAPI, hindi lang po kami nag-e-end sa IP protection. Marami na rin po kaming naitulong sa pre-commercialization. When we talk of pre-commercialization, this is not part of RA 7459, hindi ho ito part ng RA 7459. Under our pre-commercialization stage, we have assisted many winning inventors, like yung kay Engineer Duque, kay Mr. Ursia, na nag-uumpisa na po silang mag-pre-commercialize. I don't have to give you the details of their commercialization, but we have assisted them in the form of pre-commercialization, prototyping development, and other kinds of testing support. Meaning, once you have already availed of these particular programs, you may already be qualified or you may have that particular confidence to apply for the Inventor's Guarantee Fund, which is actually, we will have a launching of the Inventor's Guarantee Fund in Dinoño, Lakay, probably after signing, we have a scheduled signing with the inventors, with the IGF, with the Land Bank of the Philippines sometime in September. After that particular signing, we were going to have a full launching in a particular hotel, inviting all the inventors that we have, so that they will be able to know ano po yung detalye. So yun po yung aking para mag-ready na po. So ito po yung mga support ng Department of Science and Technology as far as invention commercialization is concerned. We don't necessarily end that in that particular way. Some of our regional offices are also assisting inventors, entrepreneurs. Inventpreneurs nga ang tawag ng BIMCOO. At meron pong support na binigay ang NCR, DOST-NCR Regional Office of DOST to support the marketing of the different inventors' product sa PIMCOO. Dito po ay naka-house sa One Store Hub. It is now being promoted digitally. So, kayo pong mga inventors, entrepreneurs na nandito po ngayon, pwede naman po kayong mag-participate para ho lumawak po yung ating merkado, ma-expand po yung market ninyo because the easiest way to reach your client is through internet. No? Wala naman po kayong paghihirap. Kung gusto nyo pong i-enroll, I think you have to coordinate with the proper respective agency. So that's one particular assistance, and they can be attested here by our inventor, Lakay Gonzalo, who is present here, on how to enroll in that. There are also other forms of assistance that we provide to inventors, and we believe on the project of Manny here, Manny Dono, regarding coming up with the directory of the different inventors na promoting. So aside from digital, Meron ng directory din yata kinikreate si Mr. Turano kung ano po yung mga programs din po ng TAPI. Some may not be able to reach by internet. Meron pa rin po tayong traditionalist inventors. At meron pa rin po tayong traditionalist consumer na hindi ho masyadong sa mga internet. But the point there is, in any form, we have to promote the commercialization of invention. We have to promote the versatility of our Filipino inventors. And that is through a particular directory that is now being planned by Philippine Inventors Incorporated. And with that particular assistance that we have to, by the way, the assistance is, those assistance that we give are for the individual inventors. By the way, individual inventors for private inventors. But let's not forget that we have also many faculty members here who are part of the research institutions. And part of that particular research institutions are scientists and technologies that are recipients of government funds for their research and development. We have many inventors in the form of our scientists that were also successful in commercialization of their inventions. And one of these particular inventions that I'm going to promote is the EcoCep. This is an assistance given by Fisher also, may assistance sila, and also part of TAPI. The scientist here is Dr. Mel Palencia, scientist from Adamson University. And they are now going to promote an organomineral to be used for the EcoCep, septic actually to minimize, probably to remove odor of the wastewater. And this will be launched somewhere in, I think in Surigao. Siargao, yes. It will be launched in Siargao, and that is a Filipino invention. It was assisted also by TAPI as far as invention protection is concerned. That's only one. This is already in the full commercialization, and it helps the community. Yun po yung mga assistance na at encouragement ko sa ating mga Filipino inventors and innovators na kung maaari po sana yung madali kaagad i-apply para sa mga problema ng ating komunidad. Another inventor scientist that we have assisted is Dr. Raul Destura of UP Manila regarding the dengue kit. Now, he's already having a company, spin-offs, and going to market already abroad. Right now, he is already negotiating it with the Department of Health. So ito lang po yung mga ibang mga klase ng invention na natulungan po ng DOST. Ngayon po, sino sa atin ngayon ang may mga ganyang klaseng potentially viable inventions? And that's where the role of our judges, businessmen is concerned. In fact, the year when I noticed, because this is already the third, I think, how many rise na to? Apat. Four, no? This is the fourth rise that we have conducted, and there are other more. By the way, 17 regions po yan. Kasama po ang ARMM. We don't seclude ARMM. Kahit saan po nila i-contact yan, talagang pinupuntahan po namin. That's what we make it as a national. You can never call it national if no one will participate from the region. Pero ang encouragement ko po for Caraga, same as what I advised in the other regions that I attended, as much as possible, reach out to all the provinces of the regions. Kung maaari, all the PSTDs should commit themselves that there should be participants from their respective provinces. Yun lang po ang pwede nating masabi na ang Regional Invention Contest ay successful kung lahat po ng provinces sa region ay nag-participate. Yun po ang metrics ko. Okay? So, when you try to give me the report, submitting an invitation is not enough. Encouraging them to participate and let them participate is the metrics that I use, because that's how successful we are in promoting innovation in one particular region. So yun po. So again, Salamat po sa lahat ng nag-participate ngayon dahil po binigyan nyo ng importansya ang innovation na siya pong isa sa mga metrics po na gagawin po ng Duterte administration. Kasama na po kasi ang Science, Technology, Innovation chapter sa Philippine Development Plan. At yun po yung po pwede nating masabi na contribution ng region as far as innovation is concerned. Once again, thank you very much and have a good day. Congratulations to the winners. I will not be joining you during the closing because I still have to attend another regional invention. Nag-overlap po kasi. I attend here the opening. I cannot attend the opening of the other region because nasabay po nito, but I will attend to their closing. Ganun po, para ho ma-distribute ko yung sarili ko as far as my involvement to the regional invention contest is concerned. Again, thank you very much for the participation of everyone.
We also have a token for Director Garcia.
We would also like to request our VIPs and the Board of Judges to stay at the center.
That is an all organic because all these products are coming from our native land because Pangyawan is Pterospora cordifolia, olive oil is in the market, and water and also the grated paraben. That would be all. Thank you.
How are you going to put this in a container? Is it in a tube or in a bottle or in any container?
In a small container, sir. That it is also found in the market.
Do you have an idea now on how much it will cost for maybe 100 grams or 200 grams?
For me, sir, that is just only my own. If, for example, I will produce 3 grams, that is cost only for 25 pesos.
So let us begin first with drying. So drying is a post-harvest operation wherein we will remove the excess moisture. Then it plays a vital role in post-harvest practices. So drying here in Caraga region, so we are in the agri-based products, not only in Caraga but also in the nationwide in the Philippines. But what is the main problem in drying? So the main problem in drying is the weather disruption, especially when you are using alone the energy from the sun. So to solve this problem, we introduce biomass burner as a backup heater. So to achieve the continuous drying process. So in the biomass burner, what is the unique in this product? We use indirect fire using a heat exchanger so that the product of combustion will not in contact with that commodity. So it will dry the perishable products such as cacao beans, fish. It is a multi-commodity. So any perishable products can be dried. Also, we introduced sa solar collector stones painted with dull black to achieve or to absorb more heat and then to deliver to the drying chamber. Also, this product has a unique features like we introduced an oven on the top of the burner so that the heat that will exhaust will be utilized to cook such as bibingka or other materials that can be roasted. So this is multifunctional and multi-commodity.
Innovation. And innovation leads to progress. My dear investors, good afternoon. The fast-growing population of Bohol
is a major problem in our country, specifically in the field of agriculture. My dear investors, can we imagine a rice shortage because of the presence of these invasive alien species? My dear investors, it is timely to present to you my product, a dental material utilizing golden cohol shells. I guarantee you that my product underwent several tests in a regulated research institutions, namely De La Salle University in Manila for the SEM, EDX, and FTIR, UST Manila for the microbial bioassay and the minimal inhibitory concentration. And I also conducted the annealing at Caraga State University and the rest of the tests. I believe that my product would answer the problem not only in, or it's like saying I'm hitting two birds in one stone, solving the problem in golden apple snail, and on the other hand, on the business sector or in the expensive dental material. I believe that my innovation and my invention is for the people. Thank you.
I'm going to present the gold mill tailings bricks reinforced with cocoa fiber. So mining is a dirty industry, not only because it disturbs the natural orientation of our land, but it also produces a lot of waste. Take for example the production of gold. As low as 5 grams per ton is being fed in the mill. So just imagine 1,000 kilogram of waste is produced for every ring on your finger. So, for example, in a mill plant in Agusan del Sur, 3 million metric tons of gold mill tailings has been generated for years and left in tailing storage facilities. In the past, there has been reports of tailing storage facilities breakdown. See, for example, in Surigao del Norte, where 17 households were buried, affecting 40 hectares of land, including 20 hectares of agricultural land. It is therefore necessary to take a step in the utilization of this gold mill tailings waste. That's why we introduced this gold mill tailings waste reinforced with cocoa fiber. This has been tested chemically for safety and physical for strength test. And it was found out that the results are comparable with the commercial bricks. Cost-wise, it is also comparative with the commercial bricks available in the market. So we introduce to you the golden bricks of Caraga region.
What are you selling? Golden.
Invention I have. This is called grain powered drip irrigation system. The problem nowadays is the first kung sa i-address ani nga invention. First is natay mga ramp pump. Currently, this ramp pump technology provide century ago, but as of now we have high cost. Muna problema kaya hindi ma-adapt dito sa lalo na sa Mindanao. Because of this high cost, then also it provides a huge problem when it comes to the drip irrigation side. So ang nangyari kasi drip irrigation contains low pressure, or that's enough to feed small vegetables. So this invention also named as grain powered is because walang power required. It's only for pressure difference and atmospheric pressure, provided nga meron ka lang source ng tubig. It is aquifer or whatever it is, yung container lang. As of now, as per our testing is concerned, kung may mga around 20 liters ka lang na 35 liters na tubig ka lang, it can makaakyat siya ng hanggang 6 feet for that instance. So currently we are developing this machine as a drip irrigation system, since we already know yung vegetable natin need a lot of water, but in the intermittent side. So this inventions relates to solve this problem. First, it is a low cost. Currently, we're investing this machine. Hindi nga palang kompleto yung buong sistema, but as of now, ang investment pa lang namin dito is nasa 6,000 na. So that is a low cost machine. The next step, this is reduce the greenhouse gas emission, since this is powerless machine. The third one, yung may improvise tayo na yung, as you can see, dyan sa likod. As you can see, may improvise tayo na catching barrel since it intends for harvesting rain. So kung uulan, ititiklop mo lang. I mean, it will catch rainwater. Then the second one, our improvised drip irrigation system. The problem with the system of a drip is it provides backflow doon sa sistema ng pagdidrip. Kaya it causes clogging to the system. So in this invention, we focus on that design. Parang yung drip irrigation natin is hindi mahahamper yung operation. So this machine relates to that problem, and it solves a lot. That it helps not only for vegetable farmers but also we're trying to promote for the livestock and poultry sector. Thank you.
Good afternoon, fellow researchers. Allow me to present my product all about chitosan from the waste crab shells as an agent in the absorption of heavy metals and water purification. Nowadays, the presence of heavy metals is widespread and affecting many people. In high dosage, these heavy metals are toxic and lead to poisoning. In Caraga region alone, there are many industries which include the big and small mining companies operating along Agusan River or near Agusan River. And the influx of the waste will go down directly to the river. And our town, the Magallanes, Agusan del Norte, was located or situated along the mouth of the Agusan River, which usually catches the influx of or the waste from the wastewater from the upstream. Thus, the Magallanes was threatened to be contaminated with the presence of heavy metals from the upstream. With this, on the other hand, Magallanes also have an abundant supply of crabs. And I found out that after eating the meat or the flesh, the shells were just thrown away and have no use at all. Then I found out that I can make something to make product out of the waste crab shells, which has no use at all in the community. And I studied it and produced a product of chitosan to make use or an agent in the absorption of heavy metals and water purification. And my study, I believe that this could be a big help to our community, not only in Magallanes and Agusan del Norte, but also to solve problems in the heavy metal contamination in whole Caraga region or even other regions as well, by utilizing product in the community which has no use at all. I think, and my product also was tested at different research institutions to test whether the product that I have is really a chitosan. And it was found out that it has a high degree of deacetylation, and it was confirmed or concluded that my product is really a chitosan, which a good agent in the absorption of heavy metals and water purification. And I believe that this product would be a big help to our community and also to throughout the region. That would be all, and thank you.
I'm here to present to you our cacao pod crushing machine. So, in cocoa production, cacao undergoes several stages or processes, which includes cacao pod harvesting, cacao pod breaking, and separation, fermentation, and seed drying. So, all of these processes are mechanized except for cacao pod breaking and bean separation. So, these processes, cacao pod breaking and bean separation, is done manually, which is time-consuming and labor-intensive. So, we come up with our machine, cacao pod crushing machine. So, our machine will not only crush the cacao pod, but it will also separate the beans right after crushing. So, with this, we could say that the time required for the production or for crushing and separating the beans is lessened, as well as the human power or the manpower required for the production. That's all.
Good afternoon once again. The popularity of raising hybrid pigs as a source of meat and as a source of income is very popular among Filipinos. And then there is a high demand of meat in the market. But doing so, we are going to invest capital and expensive commercial feeds. So in fact, 70 to 80% of the cost of pig production is spent on commercial feeds. If pure commercial feeds will be used. So let me raise the following question. How can we produce healthier and organic meat in the market? Another question, how can we raise pigs with lesser expenses and higher return of investment? Another one, how can we formulate organic feeds without compromising the nutritive quality of feeds? Then, can we produce organic feeds with abundant raw materials, easy to prepare, and cheaper than synthetic commercial feeds? I think all of these questions can be answered by our product. In fact, no organic feed products are available in the market as of today. Our goal is to market our product, which we believe has a great economic impact, and it can also help a lot of urban and local hog raisers, as well as the industry of hog raising. If given the chance to market our product, then it will be the first time in history that there will be commercial organic feed products in the market that produces healthier kind and quality meat, less expensive and cheap compared to commercial feeds. That's all. Thank you.
Solarity from Sibagat National High School of Home Industries. Mining industries is a great help in the economy of the Philippines, but it is a reality that mining industries contribute in the destruction and the degradation of our ecosystem, both terrestrial and aquatic ecosystem, as well as to human beings. My research will help address this issue through that the mining industries in the Philippines will continue to thrive or grow without destroying the ecological balance of our ecosystem through the use of the biosorption of the golden apple, snail, or Pomacia caniculata ash. My research is a promising discovery towards stabilizing the economic growth and sustainable development of Caraga region, particularly the aquaculture sector in this region as well as in the whole country, Philippines, with harmony to our mother nature. Therefore, my research is a very interesting for. Thank you very much.
Buntag sa tanan mga investors. Okay, so ako, simple ra na ako. Gi-innovate. Ang una, ron hair, atubo ra sa buhok. It is an endemic herbs composition using the Ronier phytoionic propulsion technology. So, what is the difference between the existing market product na sa market is ang ako is 100% herbs extract. So ang component niya na ay BCO, na ay palmitic acid, tapos ang pinaka best ingredients nga which the product can stand in the market is the seed extract oil of magkuno and the Philippines mineral. So, Philippine deep sea, nara sa Surigao, maligo mo dito, hindi mo magtampisaw. And na-impart dito ng mga barangay along the islands of Siargao and Dinagat nga very rare ang mga tao nga nangaupaw. Then, ang storyline sa akong lula, nung namatayan ako lula last 2014, nung ibukhan na mo ang buhok, abot sa below the knee, ang kataas. And then sa ako sa pag-try na mo sa among product, ngayon hair phytoionics. Ang ako bata that time is only grade 5. Naaron siya diri na sa entry sa creative research. Diyan siya tindog anaybi. Ang volume sa hair niya kung i-compare sa gigamitan og mga shampoo nga mga chemical base, mahikap nimo diyon kay diyon siya. It's a very different type volume sa hair. So, kanang akong product in 2 to 3 weeks sa zero visibility. Ron hair phytoionics and automatic, you can detect already na naanay manubo. Zero visibility ang skin sa scalp sa upaw niya. Sa baldness na inaasawin. And then, sa pagkakaroon, kung i-compare nimo ang market value, barator kayo, introductory na ako is only 360 ang product. So na ako'y dala nga 12 ka buhok, nakabuking na sa natanan. And na ako'y website www.samsbioreflex1.com. Ang second na sir, ang second na ko nga innovation is Bioreflexion Wellness Massage, a potential earthquake anti-stress debriefer. So last February 10, 2014, exactly mga around 10 p.m. is gihit o 6.7 magnitude ang Surigao City, Kalindol, earthquake. So after 10 days, nung nag-resume ang klase, nakita na ko nga disoriented or yung mga psychological orientations ng mga estudyante. Very, expressive guys, saba kayo. Then, because, nung nakita na ko na siya, because we are on the process of kanabitang iparelieve, ipa-debrief bitaw, tas istorya-istorya lang. So, that time, akong i-apply ang wellness, ang akong bioreflexion massage therapy is one of the entry last 2015 sa RISE, and hopefully, na-copyright siya duha ka libro. So kani ikatulon ako ni siya nga ipa-copyright. So kala siya nga technology sa bioreflexion techniques nga ato gi-create or gi-innovate, gikan pa daw siya sa traditional nato nga pamaagi. Kaso lang wala lang tong mga write-ups before. So karon himuan nato write-ups, himuan nato na copyright nato. Tas atong gi-try nato paggamit sa katong mga earthquake victims. So I myself is also a victim during that time. Kaya dito, masad ko, taga Surigao ako. And nagkaroon ng almost 90% or more, no? Hindi bababa sa 90% yung effectiveness ng wellness massage, bioreflexion techniques, wellness massage as potential earthquake anti-stress debriefer. So ibig sabihin yung nakita naming findings dito sa research na to is pwede siya implement sa mga estudyante, mga nanay, mga kabataan. Pwede rin sa mga senior citizen para ma-lesser po yung impact ng stress sa trabaho or sa mga lugar na palaging may calamity, palaging dinadaanan ng mga bagyo. Alam naman namin ang Surigao, natin yung Surigao area, palaging nasa nasa typhoon belt area, nagpa-floods din siya. So, tapos mga tsunami alert, every now and then, nagpapanik kami doon. So, how important is, ang nakita naming findings is, hindi natin alam kung kailan mag-strike yung mga ganong earthquake. So that is why, not only to be ready to RRD risk reduction, but also the psychosocial aspect, the needs for that will be addressed using the bioreflexion wellness massage techniques. That's all. Thank you.
contestants for braving the questions that our judges has asked them after each presentation. At this juncture, we'd like to acknowledge the presence of the Regional Director of the Department of Trade and Industry, Regional Director Brielgo Pagaran. Let's give him a round of applause, please. He is one of the judges for the exhibits. Before request Engineer Noel Hamok to give the awards to the judges. Let me read the citation. The 2017 Regional Invention Contest and Exhibits. The Department of Science and Technology, Technology Applications and Promotions Institute, DOST Caraga Region, Certificate of Appreciation is presented to Proserfina M. Coro for imparting her knowledge and expertise as judge during the 2017 Regional Invention Contest and Exhibits and Pitching Competition held on August 9 to 10, 2017 at Big Daddy's Hotel and Convention Center, Butuan City, Philippines. Given this 9th day of August 2017, signed Edgar I. Garcia, Director, TAPI DOST, signed Dominga D. Malyonga, Regional Director, DOST, Caraga. Ma'am Coro, let's give her a round.